Hi guys, so today I am doing my favorite book boyfriends. I don't know if this is like a tag or anything like that. I'm just going to be talking about my favorite book boyfriends and books that I've read. Essentially by book boyfriends, what I mean is men that I literally would get on my knees and propose to right now. No questions asked, no strings attached besides the legally binding agreement that we are in union together. The reason that I decided to do a video like this is because I've really been in my thriller era and I haven't been reading as much romance books as I have previously read. So I've decided, you know what, I kind of miss them. Let me take a look. I have on my Goodreads, I have a shelf that's basically book boyfriends, where if I'm in love with a man in a book, I will put the book in there. So I've decided just let's go through what all my book boyfriends are. And yeah, if any of you know anybody in real life that is anything like any of these men that I am about to talk about, then please let me know immediately. First one I want to talk about is people we meet on vacation, Alex. I am a sucker for friends to lovers because I just love like all those books. It's just like very warming to me. So basically people we meet on vacation, it's about two characters, Poppy and Alex, and they are friends. They met in college, I believe it was, and they became really good friends. They traveled together. And growing up, I guess, outside of college, Poppy is a travel writer, I want to say. Like the wild child situation, she's traveling, everything like that. And she would always bring like Alex with her. And so they became really close. And then essentially something happened on one of their trips and they kind of grew apart a little bit after that. So then Poppy, she has this opportunity to travel again and she invites Alex along, that's saying, let's go on one last trip together. And friends to lovers, you guys know how it ends. But what I will say is Alex, I want to marry Alex. Like, are you kidding me? Alexis and Alex, come on. First of all, it sounds perfect. Second of all, he is just such a golden retriever, like really sweet guy. Obviously I know that he's fiction, but you know, a girl can hope. Something I really like about him in the book, which I don't know if it's controversial or not, but he like had a vasectomy and I'm like, oh my god, like a man that like knows about reproduction rights and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Another thing, I think there was a quote, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to find the quote that was like, I want to say it was from this book that's like, there's no me without you, or I didn't exist until I met you, or something like that. I need to find the book and I need to find the quote and I'll have to tell you about it because I am in love. But Alex, like, I don't know. It's just so hard. I feel like I want to tell you guys more about Alex, but he's just like so all-encompassing. If there's anybody on this list that I would marry, oh, I have a lot, so I don't know. I can't say. But Alex, man, this book as well, this is a top tier book for me. I loved it. I loved them together, and I highly recommend. Next one we're going to talk about is The Unhoneymooners, obviously with Olive and Ethan. And Ethan, he's just fun. He's like that fun boyfriend that you go on vacation with and you have a really good time together, but you can also chill at home with, like on the couch, have a night in, love it. So this was more of an enemies to lovers, which I wouldn't say that they were enemies, but they didn't really like each other. And then what happens in this book is that Olive's sister, she's getting married and Ethan is one of the groomsmen and they have a buffet at the wedding and Olive doesn't eat the buffet. I forget, why didn't she eat the buffet? She's like allergic to shellfish or something like that, and so she doesn't eat the seafood buffet. And I want to say it's a seafood buffet. What if I'm telling you guys all the wrong stuff? Anyways, everybody just gets food poisoning at the wedding, and the two people that did not eat the food there was Olive and Ethan. And so with the bride and groom on the toilet and struggling, they say to Olive and Ethan, you know, you guys go enjoy. We have this vacation for a honeymoon that we can't go on. You guys, somebody should enjoy it, right? And so they end up going, and throughout the book, you kind of see them grow a little bit closer together. And then I don't want to spoil anything, but basically it's a situation that's like, I thought you hated me, and like I never did, and like that kind of stuff. You know those books. But Ethan, yeah, he just seems like such a fun boyfriend and someone who's also will pick up food for you for a night in and just hang out and chill. And he has it together, you know what I mean? Like, I really like that. Next one is kind of toxic, but Misha. And so Punk 57, this is a book by Penelope Douglas. It's a really good book that I liked, actually. These two people, Misha and Ryan, they get matched up as young kids, as pen pals, and they decide not to let each other know they're like true, like who they are, share pictures, anything like that. It just so happens that they end up going to the same high school together. And Misha knows Ryan, but Ryan doesn't know who Misha is. Like, Misha knows that Ryan is the pen pal that he's had. And when Misha figures out who Ryan is in real life, he decides that he doesn't like the type of person that she is. And I read this so long ago that I can't really remember why I put this book on my book boyfriends, but I feel like it was probably having to do something with me being like angsty and like wanting that like bad boy boyfriend, which, you know, still accurate. But this one was cute. It's steamy, not the steamiest I don't think that I remember, but it's really steamy and it's just a good read. I would recommend it. So yeah. Next one, Get a Life, Chloe Brown. This one's by Talia Hibbert. So Chloe Brown is somebody with chronic illness and she has a near-death experience, and this prompts her to say basically, my life was kind of boring, let me switch it up a little bit, let me have some fun, right? And so she decides to make this bucket list type thing where she wants to specifically enjoy a drunken night out, ride a motorcycle, same, go camping, have meaningless but thoroughly enjoyable sex, travel the world with nothing but hand luggage, and do something bad. And so the reason that I put Red, because Red is the guy in this story to her counterpart, I love that he's like so caring, and he's like down to do this list with her. Like, how, if I ever met a man where I said, this is my bucket list, these are things that I want to do, and he's like, okay, let's check it off, let's do it. Immediately marriage. I'm marrying you. Like, I don't know if you realize that yet or not, but I'm picking out our rings. I have our venue. I have our guest list ready. You know what? Do you want steak or fish? You know what I mean? Like, I'm in it for the long haul. And so Red, he just really did it for me. And he's also like an outdoorsy guy, which I also really like. And now that I'm talking about this out loud, it kind of sounds like I'm putting like some sort of dating ad out there for me, which I don't want that to come across as this being the point of the video. But yeah, Red was really cute, and I thought him and Chloe were a really good couple together. So I really thoroughly enjoyed this book, and this made my book boyfriend shelf. So if you guys thought Punk 57 was toxic, you're not ready for what I'm about to show you next. And I also have the last one, Nightfall, but I have not read this one yet. So I can't really say if Will is the type of guy for me. But yeah, Michael, Kai, Damon, oh my gosh, whenever I read these books, I swear that these books changed me as a person. And I don't want to sound really dramatic, but these books changed me as a person. Like, when I was reading these, I was ready to become the type of person that, like, I don't know, like, I wanted to be part of this little group, even though these are really messed up, like, especially in Corrupt, whenever Michael and all the rest of the guys, they, like, torture Erica. Yeah, that was really messed up, and I'm not gonna try to defend myself, but when I tell you, like, I was down for Michael, definitely down for Kai, and girl, when I tell you that me and Damon, our wedding venue is already set, like, I was ready for these men, and I can't really tell you a reason why, I can't really explain it. If you've read the books, then you kind of get it, but if you haven't read these books, they're really messed up. Part of a series from Penelope Douglas. I highly recommend reading these, but I also recommend these with caution, because they will turn you into, they'll just make you want to be bad, you know what I mean? So yeah, these are really toxic, but when I tell you, oh my gosh, I'm down bad. And then, oh, I think it was in Hideaway, there was this scene that was in like a sauna or something like that, I want to say. I don't know. I feel like I don't even know where to start telling you guys what these books are about. I'm just gonna recommend you, and I know that this is lame, and in my last video I was basically like, why didn't I tell them what the books are about and stuff like that, but honestly, these, like, I don't even know where to start. like explaining what these are about. So I'm just, I don't know. All right, and then I don't know if I have any other physical books with me right now, but I do have some honorable mentions. I'm just gonna look at my Goodreads account for just telling you guys what I have on my book boyfriend shelf. So Throttled by Lauren Asher. This one's about Noah and Maya, who basically, Noah is a Formula One racer and Maya is the enemy's sister, like his enemy's sister or something like that. And I think the aspect that I really liked about it was that Noah was a Formula One driver, because I didn't know what Formula One was before I read this book. But something about like race car drivers, I don't know, they just do it for me. Oh my gosh, extreme honorable mention. Flock by Kate Stewart. When I tell you guys, Dom, and this is what I was talking about in the first video, my book newbie tag, what I was talking about whenever I was not okay, screaming, crying, throwing up, everything like that. It was this series that I was not okay reading. Like, if you've read this, trigger warning, we love rainy days, don't we, baby? I literally am not okay. Like, Dom, and I don't want to spoil anything for anybody that hasn't read it, but honestly, I'm just like, I'm really not emotionally stable when talking about these books, because I didn't even read the last one because just the first two like really messed me up, especially the second one. I'm not okay. And finally, Love in Other Words by Christina Lauren. This one's about Macy and Elliot, and oh my gosh, I love Elliot. He's such a sweetie, and he's like bookish too, and I'm just like, he's the perfect package. Like him and Alex from People We Meet on Vacation, I just feel like they're like the most realistic, healthiest, I guess not realistic because they're healthy, but they're the most just, I just like want to marry them, you know what I mean? Basically what that book is about is that Macy moves into this like summer home or something like that, like cabin situation, and she finds in this little like nook Elliot, who's reading, and then they become friends through the years, and you get to see them grow up together, and they have these cute little like inside joke things, like these cute little inside jokes where they say like, what's your favorite word, and they say like whatever their favorite word is at the time and everything like that. And at one point, if I'm not mistaken, Elliot said his favorite word was you, talking to Macy, and I was like, girl, like where are you finding these men? Like obviously they're fictional, but I'm just like, I don't know. Love in Other Words though, highly recommend it. It was a really good read and I really loved it. Oh my gosh, one more that I forgot about. The Kiss Quotient. This is by Helen Hong, and Michael in this, oh my gosh. I highly recommend reading this book. I actually really love this book, and it's basically about Michael and Stella. I want to say her name's Stella, right? Yes, Stella. And Stella has Asperger's, and she wants to get a little bit more experience as far as like dating, sex, everything like that. And so she hires a male escort who is Michael. She hires him to give her a little bit more experience, like getting into the dating world, hooking up, everything like that. And so they kind of grow a little bit closer over time, and obviously it's like a romance, so you guys know what's going to end up happening. But I will say, like, Michael and his relationship with his family and everything like that, I really loved. Something like in real life, I value somebody's relationship with their family, and so seeing his relationship with his family in the book, like, marry me. I just really loved that book, and I really loved Michael in it. Anyways, so I do have a few more book boyfriends, but I feel like those were my main ones. The other ones are like my side ones. I can't believe I just said that. Thank you guys for watching this video. I am excited for what's to come because I kind of want to go, like I said in my last video, a little bit more deep diving into certain books, everything like that, opening up a discussion, dialogue. I think that will be a lot of fun, but I did want to not bode farewell, but put out a video about my romance books, because when I tell you I was deep into romance books for a long time, and I'm still going to be reading contemporary romances, let's not get it twisted. But right now I'm in my thriller era. I want to be shook. I want to be bamboozled. I want to be shocked. Like, you know what I mean? So that's how it's going right now for me. And I'm really enjoying reading all these thrillers lately. Maybe it's because it's like fall time in the Halloween that makes me want to like be a little bit tricked and scared. Thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you to anybody that likes it, subscribes, comments. If you guys have any book boyfriends, can you please put them in the comments, because I need some more book boyfriends that I want to marry. I'm not kidding. Like, I love obsessing over them. You know what I mean? Maybe I don't love obsessing over them because they're actually not real, and it's kind of unhealthy to obsess over somebody, let alone a fictional character. But you know, I don't have any romance in my real life, so I need a little something, you know what I mean? So so if you guys have any book boyfriend recommendations down below, if you liked any of these books, let me know. If there's any others that I should read, please put them in the comments. I'm always looking for book recommendations. And on top of that, I just want to say thank you to everybody that has been liking and subscribing. It really means a lot, and I am looking forward to the next video.